So there's a super smart guy, Elon Musk, and he's pretty darn amazing. Like really, really darn amazing. So we've been praying for the environment, make it better, make it better. And what if we've been, I mean, and so something amazing happened. And maybe I'm the only person who realized it, but I consider it a success. I'm going to keep praying for the environment because we care. But God said, be fruitful and multiply, which means as we use up the space on Earth, God is responsible for doing two things. He has to increase our capacity to live on Earth, which he has. Crop yields have forever gone up. As we're talking, don't even think about anything the news has said. Okay? Only think about anything you have confirmed. And to confirm it, you take what you've been told and look at what the opposition has said. So if the news says we're all going to die, you go and look at the opposition. Is that true? Okay? And once you've read the opposition, you go back to the first place. Oh, we're not going to die. Then you go back. Are we actually going to die? And you balance these two until you get more and more and more experienced and more knowledgeable. This is how you become a master of your craft. Yeah, I could give you examples, but you guys know what I'm talking about. So, he said something that really took me a moment to process. When we first move to Mars, it'll be technologically expensive. We'll have to live in domes. And you have to be, there'll be probably strict regulations on consumption and waste. But, they were asking them, what do we do long term? And he said, well, we nuke the ice caps, raise the temperature of the atmosphere, and now we have water. And with a better atmosphere, we can start planting life. I want everyone to pause on this because this is the sort of thing we care about. If we can do more fantastic science, right? Like we did with the atomic bomb was a horrible invention to stop a horrible war. And it now gives us clean energy. Like atomic energy is just it's something out of science fiction. I mean, so are cell phones. Cell phones are so amazing that in all of our science fiction, including Star Trek and Star Wars, we couldn't stretch our imaginations far enough to fathom something like this would ever be real. And I can't say that in any way you guys will understand, unless you're my age, because chances are you grew up with it. But if you didn't, if you did grow up with it, go to your parents and go to your grandparents and just talk about it. But then just say how amazing is the cell phone, and just get some stories on what life was like. There was a lot more crime, by the way. Let me tell you, crime with video games and being able to interact with people over the planet, dropped. But I'm rambling because I love you guys and I like to talk on Socialize. If we get to move to more planets, if this works, and I can already hear people saying oh, we'll save this planet. No, we're going to save this planet too. Science is already working on ways to pull CO2. Science has, I think, successfully pulled CO2 out of the atmosphere. We didn't just stop being brilliant. We don't need to go backwards. We need to go forward. Invent science that brings the CO2 out. Desaltization for water. We're getting really good. Technology is really getting awesome. And because there's so much money going around now, because the economy is doing so great, these scientific programs are really, really going phenomenal. So pray that more happen. If we pull this off, guys, if terraforming is real, if the Word of God helps us to transcend this planet, and there's no reason to think it won't. First we had to transcend, at one point we had to transcend great climates and great oceans and great hazards, and we've always had to become more, and that's always been a great time to depend on God, because he made everything, and we were designed to co-rule Earth with him. Wow, I guess I should say co-rule the universe. That would mean we can take all the species on Earth and start bringing them to other planets. And that would be a wealth of just... How much does that satiate your heart? The ability that if this works on Mars, then we just have to work on either faster than light travel, or I think we're going to move towards space folding. And then we can start planting all of our species and all of our environments. We'll become like freaking sci-fi elves. It'll just be amazing. So, that's right. God, seems like you're pulling some cool nature stuff in all sorts of directions. This terraforming thing sounds awesome. So in addition to helping us help the planet, keep it, all the different animals and species and fauna and flora. Fauna means like organic life and like animals, and flora means plants. Being alive and well. Really bless Elon Musk and help his work on getting life to Mars. Like, really give it a push here, God. Let's really see some things awesome. And because I know there's going to be a ton of governments trying to get their fingers in the pot, really install like a lot of wisdom in the middle, because we especially don't want to start squabbling over the goose that's laying golden eggs and then ultimately kill the goose that's laying the golden eggs because we're afraid we're not going to get enough golden eggs. Because this is a boundless possibility. God, we could start mining from the other asteroids too. Help us on that too. That'd be awesome. No matter what, God, watch out for our home. Watch out for us. Help us to love one another. And show us brilliant ways to maintain, monitor, care, and be stewardess of our Earth and future Earths. In Jesus' name, amen. Man, terraforming. That's just too cool.